ASMR is a big part of what I like to do in my videos. I typically only do a little bit of talking as an intro and an outro to the video. The rest of the content is bike mechanic and riding ASMR. And I like it that way. I think you guys do too. At this time of year, this holiday season, I thought it would be appropriate to maybe share with you a few of my favorite things. And that's what this video is going to be about. But, so it's not too different. We're going to do a little bit of a typical ASMR as part of this video also. You see, I have a few bikes that I don't plan on doing as part of a restoration, this being one of those. This bike's a high tensile steel frame with really not a whole lot of redeeming parts. It could be something that could be restored and someone could use, yes. But the parts and the reason I bought this was actually mainly just for this Judy XC fork on the front with a 1-inch threaded steer tube. It's kind of a unicorn. So come along with me today as we talk about some of Oldshovel's favorite things, as I do some of the shop maintenance, taking apart a few of the bikes that have parts that I want on them that I don't intend to restore anytime soon. First on the list, and what we'll be using actually for some of the disassembly here, is a multi-tool. Now this is the Park Tool IB3 or I-Beam 3 tool. This is the multi-tool I actually keep in my saddle bag for almost all my rides. It fits really well in my bag, and it has most of the tools that I need for basic adjustments and repairs on the trail, including a nice plastic tire lever that includes spoke wrenches, a small wrench that's actually used mainly for the chain breaker, and all of the hex keys and screwdrivers I might need for a basic trail repair. In addition to the Park Tool IB3, I like to carry around this foundation multi-tool. It's nice and thin. I keep this in my pants pocket when I'm traveling to the thrift store or looking for new bike parts or bikes because it is nice and thin and compact. It's fairly inexpensive also. I'll put links to this and the IB3 in the description below. Next up is a hammer. I quite like this Park Tool hammer. It's their 8-ounce hammer. It has a replaceable plastic head, and if you can tell, mine is about due for a replacement. But this works great when you don't want to damage the steel parts, and it's a great, almost indispensable tool. It's a good way to get your frustrations out also on a stuck, and this one's stuck on a stuck stem. All right, let's loosen that up a little more and pound on it a little more. Maybe. That took a lot more than it should have. One of the next tools that I really love and find almost indispensable is the AWS-1. So this is 3 Hex Tools in one. It's got the 4mm, the 5mm, and the 6mm Allen wrench, which are probably some of your most common in doing bike repairs. This will actually sit typically in my front pocket on my apron as I'm working on a bike. First off, I think someone put way too much Loctite on these brake bolts. But that said, the next thing on my list is my Garmin Instinct Solar watch. So I got this about a year ago. This Garmin Instinct, it's a GPS watch. It has solar power in its screen that actually helps keep the charge. It doesn't fully recharge it. But this is the first GPS watch that I've had that really lasts for a long time. I can do multiple days, trips. using the GPS before I have to recharge it. And for that, I love it. You guys ask about it quite a bit. It is an awesome, awesome watch. It tracks things really well. And I think it looks good. It's low profile. Before this, I had a Sun 2 Ambit, which I also quite liked. But this Garmin Instinct Solar really has taken things to another level with a lot of useful features that I love, both around the house, around the home, in the shop, and on my rides. So highly recommend the Garmin Instinct Solar. Definitely one of my favorite things. Next on the list is perhaps something you guys have seen being used, but not seen up close. That is my Olight Baton 3 flashlight. Now they've done a few different iterations of this size of flashlight. I actually keep it with my Leatherman in a sheath on my belt at all times, all the time. I like this one because in the shop, typically I'm wearing a hat and I can attach it to the brim of my hat and I can use it while I'm painting outside or while I'm trying to sort out how in the world to get that wedge out. I can see that that thing is jammed in there. We're gonna try to pound it out because the fork is the only reason I bought that bike. That'll do. Get out the hammer again. That was easy. Alrighty. I actually have a very specific build that I intend on putting this fork on. So specifically about Olights, one of the awesome things about them is Olight, they do sales. They do a lot of awesome, awesome flash sales. Last year I did a few announcements of their flash sales. I haven't done any since, but they're having a flash sale during Black Friday that you can take advantage of also. They will have some of the new Baton 3s out there, along with some special edition ones, and a few others. I do a lot of backpacking and camping. Typically in the shop, I use my Baton 3 flashlight, but on campouts and doing mountaineering and some of the other things that I do, I typically don't use a flashlight like this. But when I'm in the mountains, when I'm hiking, climbing, trail running, whatever it might be, I typically use a headlamp. And Olight actually has a new headlamp that will be part of the flash sale also. It's the Array 2S. So this is the Array 2S headlamp, 1,000 lumens. Now this is killer awesome. If you're doing trail running or mountaineering, to have that bright of a light is just super cool. It also has several different settings as well as a red light setting, which is really, really great if you don't want to ruin your periphery light. So the Array 2 will actually be on sale also, so look for that. My favorite thing though is the Baton 3 flashlight. These are the bomb. They're magnetic. They'll stick to all kinds of different things to light up whatever you might need. So the Baton 3, super awesome flashlight. Array 2S headlamp. Awesome new headlamp. I look forward to using this more. Next up, of my favorite things would be a knife. Now this is my Kaiser Beckletter that I've been carrying for a while. You guys have probably seen it in videos, but I'm often looking for new knives. Now in addition to the Olight flash sales, lately they've also been making knives. And this is one of the knives that they'll have on sale. It's actually they're calling it the O knife, and this is the Beagle. It's got a nice harpoon blade. It's got G10 scales. And actually the blade alignment is really, really quite good. It's an awesome knife. I look forward to trying this out a little more. This is actually going to be replacing my Beckletter for a little while. I want to see how this is 154 cm steel, which is more, it's in the same range as the Beckletter's VG10 steel, but it's a more all-around steel that'll actually hold its edge and a little bit harder, but is still easy to sharpen and easy to maintain. So we'll see how this blade handles up. And this is also on sale as part of the Olight flash sale that will be linked in the description below. I might have to redo some of these stickers on this Judy XC fork. This beagle might be a little too sharp for me. But, ooh, yeah, too sharp. For the next one on my list, I've actually taken my apron off because it is flannels. I love flannels. I'm a big fan of flannels. I was wearing them long before I started working with Club Ride. And what I like about the Club Ride flannels is they work not just good in the shop or around home, they also work great on the trail. Also, Club Ride is running a promotion right now, also Black Friday, where you can get great deals on some of your Club Ride apparel, including the Daniel flannel. You can look just like me if you want by getting the exact same color. Last on the list is this Brooks B17 Saddle. I love this thing. And to show that I love it, I'm rubbing some Obanoff's heavy duty leather cream into it. Now, Brooks, with their saddles, they come with some cream that can be used also. I like Obanoff's, it's all natural. You can use your hands with it. In fact, your hands, the heat from your hands helps to warm up the oils in such a way that they soak in better into the leather. Just awesome. When you're done doing that, let it dry a little bit and rub off the excess, and this Brooks saddle will last a lifetime. When I took it down to Moab, it really got broken in and conformed to my backside, and now it's a custom-made seat just for me, and it's super, super awesome. So to wrap this up, thanks for following along with me as I've shared with you some of my favorite things. In addition to those listed here in this video, I'll list several others in the description below that will make great gifts from stocking stuffers to perhaps an awesome present under the tree. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with me some of your favorite things in the comments section below. Perhaps it'll help someone else in their Christmas shopping. And don't forget to look for opportunities to give those old things new life. And I will see you on the next video. Ciao. Oh, and this clunker, I love this clunker. This has been my primary ride since I built it up. It's made all of my easy trails here locally just super, super fun. Awesome bike. Would make an awesome gift for someone, but this one I'm keeping for myself. So much fun. Thank you all.